Alright, this is the last time I'm doing this. I've done this over a few weeks and just fucked up. But this time, I'm going to film 9 videos, edit it all together, and then we'll have one big video of my 2024 NFL predictions. I'll be going over every division, playoffs, and the playoffs is probably the easiest part because I don't have to fucking go over records. I mean, I don't have to go over, I don't have to go over records. They are who they are. They are who they thought they are. And they let them off the hook. Yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying. But whatever. Let's go over AFC South. We'll start off with them. The Houston Texans, man. Great team. They shocked everyone last year with a 10-7 record. I think they'll win a couple more than before. I think it'll be a tough division. Signed C.J. Henderson, Sims, a bunch of other guys. Derek Barnett. Signed Mario Edwards, defensive end. Yeah, they bolster up their defense. Trade away a third-round pick for Stephon Diggs was a great move. C.J. Henderson was a good move. Jacob Phillips. Obviously, Joe Mixon. Just this team signed Jerry Hughes. Signed a bunch of Andrew Beck. Oh, that was on the PUP list. They put him on the PUP list. Forgot he was on the team there. But yeah, that team with C.J. Stroud, Tank Dell, Joe Mixon, Stephon Diggs. It's a great team. Come on. This team is the most well-balanced team, and they turned their team around in less than a year. They got the right coach, got the right quarterback, great foundation. People think, you never know. Teams can go back, they can go backwards from what they were. Like the example, the damn Jags. Last year they were great. In 2024 season they were great. They went on a big run, made the playoffs, won a playoff game against the Chargers, which was fucking funny. It was hilarious, man. But yeah, Texans. I think they're gonna be number 1. All right, so the number 2 team is the Jags. They lost a few players. Remember, they lost Calvin Ridley to a team in their own division. Got Gabe Davis, Ronald Darby, Darnell Savage, Devin Duvernay. Good pickups there. And then I liked who they got in the draft in Thomas. So the receiver, Brian Thomas Jr., a good signing there. Jack Anderson off waiver. Yeah. So they signed Darnell Mims to a contract. Wow. So it's really up to and then they re-signed a bunch of guys. Re-signed Trevor Lawrence, Armstead, signed him. So and they trade for Mac Jones. So to be the backup. So it's all up to the fucking Jags if they want to make the playoffs. I got them missing it, and them firing Dougie P. And probably hiring a younger coach. I don't know if it'll be Trevor Lawrence's fault. I don't know. It's because of the fucking AFC North. I got them missing the playoffs. Same with the Colts. The AFC North pisses me off because it's such a good division. It's loaded. And, I got them finishing in number 2. And Doug Peterson probably will be fired if they miss the playoffs 2 years in a row. All right, let's go with the the Colts, who this will be Anthony Richardson's first full year. They signed Joe Flacco, Tevin Bryant, Moore. They signed Moore, and then they drafted that guy out of LSU, with that pass rusher, which he's gonna be really good. Yeah, I didn't have that Colts D-line, and the Broncos played them in preseason. I know whatever, it's fucking preseason. They played second stringers. They allowed 34 points. It was funny, but yeah, 9-8 I think is the same record as they finished last year. Again, this is Richardson's first full year as a quarterback. I think he'll show some rookie struggles. I know last year he played 4 games. I like his abilities. He's a good athlete, but again, first rookie year. I like Steichen. I like their team, but the Texans are the best team in this division, and that's why I got them finishing in 3rd. Now the Titans, who had a really good offseason, but I think will translate into just being out of there. Hired Brian Callahan as a new coach. They're the only team in this division hiring a new head coach. Callahan, whatever. They signed Nick Folk. They signed Nick Folk as a kicker. Nick Westbrook, Calvin Ridley, Mason Rudolph was a good backup, to teach, you know, Will Levis some things. Lloyd Cushenberry, Tony Pollard, obviously, to replace Derrick Henry, which can't really replace him there. And then the trade for Snead from Kansas City was a good pickup there. A bunch of other moves. So yeah, the Titans again, new head coach, Mike Vrabel out the door. I think the transition, it's going to take a couple of years for them to get good and to see if Will Levis is the guy. This is a big step up for him. All the quarterbacks in this division have promise, but, not all of them can hit. C.J. Stroud is fucking hit already. Trevor Lawrence, again, he needs to prove it. He had one good year. He has to prove it. Richardson, this is basically his rookie year, and same with him. So, yeah. Well, same with Will Levis. So, yeah, this is my division predictions for the South. Let's move on. All right, so let's move on to my division, the West. I got the fucking Chiefs winning it. Shocker. They trade away Snead. It doesn't matter, man. They have a good good defense now. Patrick Mahomes, obviously fucking their quarterback. Carson Wentz was a good pick up there. Marquise Brown, doubtful. I don't know if he'll play. Xavier Worthy, the rookie receiver, he's fast as shit. Travis Kelce. Maybe he'll go on a little decline, but he'll still put up well above average tight end numbers. Defense, Korloftis, Jones, Nick Bolton, Chenault, McDuffie's a great corner. They have a great roster. Butker, obviously, women respecter there. So their whole roster's great. Andy Reid's the best coach in the fucking league. I fucking hate these guys, but I can't. I got them going 12-5. I hope they have a shitty record and be a wild card team, but I have no faith in these rosters. All these rosters in the AFC West are going through transitions. So yeah, let's go over to the Raiders, who have the best receiving core in the damn division. Let's be real, guys. Zamir White, let's see how he can do as a running back. Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers, Trey Tucker, obviously. Brock Bowers, they drafted. JPJ, I love that pickup. I wish the Broncos got him at center because, again, our center's really question mark there. And they signed Christian Wilkins. That was a good move. And, yeah, the defensive line looking good. Secondary, a little suspect. But I got them finishing second in this division because of their receivers alone. I think they'll put up some points. But, again, at the end of the day, I think the secondary will give up some points. And I got them finishing 7-10. I'm not going to be biased and say the Raiders are going to be the worst team in the league. I don't want them to be the worst team in the league because they'll get a good quarterback. So, yeah. Next up is the Chargers. I got them going 6-11. I think Justin Herbert will probably get hurt again. I don't wish on that, but I just think, yeah, they build up the O-line. They build that O-line up, but again, the receiving core is DJ Chark, Lamb McConkey. Quentin Johnson's not even the starting depth chart. Josh Palmer, Canadian boy. The running backs got worse. J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards, the Ravens now. Rashad Slater is back. Joe Olt's going to be good. They're going to have a good O-line to protect Herbert, but I don't know. I just don't trust him in the clutch. And they'll lose some games, man. They brought back Bosa. Obviously, they got Harva. Ooh, the great Harva. Big deal. They're not a threat to me, man. I think the Broncos can't sweep them. I don't got them sweeping them. I think they'll split with them probably. But yeah, I have no fucking faith in them. And the Broncos, I got them last place at 6-11. I'm not biased. I don't think they're going to win 8 games. I don't think they'll be better than last year. And here's why, because roster transition, I think it's up to it's learning for Bo Nix, who's going to be the starter. Yeah, we brought in Reynolds. Hopefully Dulcich can be healthy. O-line, projected to be the starting center, which is interesting there. They brought John Franklin Myers, had a okay draft. I don't think it was the best. Yeah, so I got the Broncos in last again. Rookie quarterback. I want us to win every game, obviously, but here's the reality: the Chiefs are in their fucking division. So, um, and this is a young team, and they'll make some mistakes, man. The fucking penalties this preseason pissed me off. I know we won some games, but again, those penalties, I think they'll probably cost a couple games for the Broncos. I don't want it to happen, but it's just the way it is with a young team. So that's my prediction for the West. All right, the good old AFC East. This is my predictions. Um, Obviously Josh Allen's still the quarterback. They brought back Mitch Trubisky to be the backup. Running back didn't really address. Shakir, they got Mac Hollins. Keon Coleman's looking like a stud. Curtis Samuel, good pickup there. Obviously, they trade away Diggs, which, it could be a good thing. It's going to be probably like when fucking they traded Tyreek Hill. It's going to be more of a spread offense, less people worried about one guy. Defense don't. They still have a good tight end duo in Knox and Kincaid. Defense, if Von Miller can stay healthy and he can be like half the guy he was, he would be a really good threat. Epinesa, Greg Russo. Like, they have a good D-line. They have a good team. Um, McDermott's a good fucking Like, he can get this team rolling and fucking, what's his name? Joe Brady. He coached the team up. Like, when they fucking fired Dorsey after the Broncos. It's always the Broncos, man. Lighting the fire. They're going to be the fucking first place team in the division. Let's not be twisted, man. The Bills are the best team in this division because they have the best fucking quarterback in this division. I'm sorry. Josh Allen's the best quarterback in this division. It ain't Tua. It ain't Rodgers. It ain't fucking Drake Mayo. It's fucking Josh Allen. Let's be real, guys. Second place, I got the New York Jets ending their drought before the Broncos because that's the Broncos' way. This team is loaded. If Aaron Rodgers can stay healthy, it's great. It's great, And they also have a good backup in Taylor, and then Jordan Davis is the guy they can learn. He can learn on there. I don't think he'll do that much. Jordan Travis, great running back trio. Great receiving core. Mike Williams is a good veteran. Lazard is a good depth. Gibson. Garrett Wilson's a fucking stud. O-line, they addressed a lot. Defense is one of the best. Hassan Rex probably going to get traded, so they'll probably get something from him. C.J. Mosley, Quinn Williams, Sauce Gardner is second to PS2, by the way. Great team. Great team, and I think they'll finally get to the playoffs because this is like a Brady Buccaneers type scenario. If Rodgers can stay healthy, he has the roster around him. Yes, you can say, hey, Hackett sucks. He does suck, but, Rodgers is fucking... He can learn... He knows his playbook, so he can run his playbook better than anyone. Russell Wilson did not know his fucking playbook. Alright, the Dolphins got us. I got them at 8 and 9. They just paid Tua. When you get paid, shout out to Preacher Man. When you get paid, you ain't shit. So this is what's going to happen to Tua. He's going to be ass, and they're going to blame McDonald. And since they paid Tua all that money, McDaniel, they have to fire him. That's it. But yeah, they have a explosive offense. They got rid of Fangio. OBJ was a good pickup. Waddle, Tyreek Hill. O-line's okay. D-line, Bradley Chubb is out. He's injured. I just don't see this team. Again, I like the Jets and Bills better. This team just doesn't look like a fucking playoff team, man. This team underachieves every year. The Dolphins, they underachieve every year, and I think they'll go 8 and 9 and miss the playoffs. It's just the way it is. And the Patriots, however, will be a fucking lottery team if there was a lottery. Jacoby Brissett is their backup or start, whatever. He could start. Drake May is clearly the guy who'll start. If Jacoby gets the job, then Drake May will start eventually. Stevenson's good. They have good backs. Gibson, Kendrick Bourne, I like. Polk is the guy they drafted out of Washington, so we'll see if he can do good. Hunter Henry, I want the Broncos to get him, but whatever. And their defense is always good. Mayo could be a good, good defensive guy, but I don't see them scoring that many points. The talent level is not that good. I think if they get another higher pick to help Drake May, next year get explosive receiver. Maybe they'll get better, but I got the Patriots last 3-14. I think that's a little harsh, but last year me and Colby predicted the Patriots to be terrible, and all these Patriot fans were so mad, and look what happened. So 3-14. It could be a little harsh. Maybe they'll win 6 games. I don't know. But I just think the Bills, Jets will dominate their ass, and even the fucking Dolphins. They've owned them even when they were bad. So, yeah, moving on to the North. All right, so by the percentages, the Cleveland Browns are going to be finishing in first place because, again, I predicted the schedule. Apparently, the Browns are in first place. I won't be shocked. Not me, as the great Max Abate would say. Let's go over this roster. This roster's good. Nick Chubb is out. Oh, well. It's the way it is. They got Deshaun Watson's back. He has to stay healthy for this team to do good because they have one of the best fucking defenses in the league. Amari Cooper's back. They brought in Jerry Jeudy. With all the shit talking I've been saying about him, I think maybe he'll have, if he has an average season, he can add some stability around Amari Cooper. Elijah Moore, again, he can have like a little bounce back. And their defense, fucking adding Zadarius Smith is great. JOK got Shelby Harris. Myles Garrett's the fucking beast. Devin Bush could be like, unlock his potential maybe. Corners, obviously, Denzel Ward, he's questionable, but he'll be back, He's a great player. I love this team. Love this defense. Stefanski's done a great job. That's why he won Coach of the Year for a reason. I think he'll do it again, win the fucking division for the first time in a bit for the Browns. Second place is the other Ohio team, the Cincinnati Bengals. All right, my team. I'm joking. Joe Burrow has to stay healthy. I got him second place for a reason because I don't, question Joe Burrow's health. But again, Deshaun Watson, but I love their defense. So yeah, Joe Burrow has to stay healthy. Zach Moss was a great pickup there. Re-signed Jamar Chase. T. Higgins ain't going nowhere until after the end of the year. And then they drafted that receiver, which he's been a shocker. Mike Gesicki's their tight end. Wow. Mike Gesicki, Hubbard, Brian Sheldon Rankins, B.J. Hill, Trey Henderson. Still there. Logan Wilson's one of the best fucking linebackers in the league. But yeah, I think they have a good team. They have a great enough offense, man. The offense is going to score. Zach Moss is he's a really good replacement for Joe Mixon. Obviously, Mixon's better, but if that offense is more receiver heavy, so like you're not gonna really miss him that much. As for a run fucking team right here, Lamar Jackson obviously, and then they brought in Derrick Henry, which it's gonna be exciting seeing this team run over the Chiefs week 1. I know people are not picking them to run over the Chiefs, but I think they will. But yeah, the receiving core, Zay Flowers, he cost them in the fucking playoffs, man. Bateman has to have like a step up. Mark Andrews is still a great tight end. Off season did really good. They brought in who did they fucking bring in? Calvin Noy, obviously. And then they moved a couple linebackers up because they lost fucking what's his name? Let's go over the Steelers. They lose. Linebacker. Oh yeah, Patrick Queen. Lost Patrick Queen. Let's go over the Steelers now. Which I got in last place. 8-9. They could go 9-8 because of Mike Tomlin went over 500 or 500. Or we can't go 500 unless he ties a game. But Russell Wilson and Justin Fields have looked terrible in preseason. Najee Harris and Jalen Warren. Warren could be better. George Pickens is great. Van Jefferson, okay receiver. There. O-line got better. D-line is great with TJ Watt. I know Cameron Hayward's not the same, but he's still Cameron Hayward. Patrick Green was a great signing there. Joey Porter Jr., everyone and their mother saw that coming. Dante Jackson was a great pickup. They traded away, obviously, Johnson for him. So, yeah, that's my predictions for the AFC North. I think they have 3 playoff teams, man. They have a great division. These games are going to be fucking must-watch football. All 4 of these. Even if the fucking Steelers are not that good with Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, just the drama and shit will be good enough. I think the Ravens are probably going to be the best run-heavy team, and obviously the best pass-heavy team is the fucking Bengals, and the best defensive team is the Browns. So, yeah, moving on to the NFC. All right, so the NFC West here, I think I got the Niners with too many wins, but whatever. They'll finish in first place. I got the San Francisco 49ers winning 13-4. I forgot the record last year. I think they'll be first place in the NFC. The roster again is really great. Brandon Allen's their backup quarterback. Jake Dobbs, Purdy obviously he's still not under contract. Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, they have to get the negotiations going. Ricky Parcell was obviously their move in the offseason, the draft there. Juwan Jennings was they still have a great tight end combo with fucking, they signed Logan Thomas too, that's good. And Eric Saubert, Bronco legend, man, really. George Kittle was great. Juszczyk's one of the best fullbacks. They've brought in Leonard Floyd. This team is great. This team is fucking great. Both sides of the ball, and with Shanahan's offense, they'll make the fucking playoffs, but do this in the playoffs. So yeah, I think they'll win a lot of games in the regular season. Alright, Cardinals. This is a sleeper pick. They're making the fucking playoffs. The Arizona Cardinals are making the playoffs. Kyler Murray's healthy. They got their fucking star receiver in Marvin Harrison Jr., who could be Rookie of the Year if Caleb Williams struggles or gets hurt or whatever. James Conner's still a great running back. Trey McBride's going to be up there. Paris Johnson's a good tackle. Defense is looking okay. Rich Gannon. Everyone thought Rich Gannon was going to get fired after his first year. No, yeah. He's a good motivator. He's a silent motivator. Remember that fucking video? Everyone like, oh, he sucks. But I guess we were wrong. He fucking did a great job with Arizona last year. They got way better once Kyler Murray was healthy, and they shipped off Josh Dobbs. So, yeah. I think they'll make the playoffs. Another team that could make the playoffs, but I got them falling just short, is the Rams. Again, they have Sean McVay, who's better than Shanahan. I don't give a shit. Shanahan can make the Super Bowl for the next 10 years and lose them all, and fucking McVay would be better. McVay, this could be the last year under Stafford. Maybe he has a couple years left with the Rams because, again, they could be moving on in a young direction. Stenson Bennett's not the guy. Jimmy Garoppolo suspended as a backup. They drafted Blake Corum, the running back. Williams is a good running back. Coop and Cooper Kupp and fucking Nakoa are great. Robinson, good pickup there. Defense, they had to fill in the void after Darnold left. Donald left, Aaron Donald. So, Jared Verse was a good pickup there. D-line could be a little bit sluggish without Aaron Donald, but again, it's a whole unit. I think they'll be a good competitive team, man. The Rams last year, I picked them to make the playoffs last year. I think they'll just miss it because of the Cardinals. So, I think they'll just lose it because of the tiebreaker with the Cardinals. So, but they're a good team. The next team is a team that needs a quarterback as well, but I think we'll get it this offseason, is the fucking Seahawks. I got them as a bad record because, again, the other teams are just way better in their division. I think it's, rookie coach McDonald, who's a defensive guy. I like the DK, Lockett, Jigba, Noah Fant did really good. O-line has to get a little better. Jared Reed, Hawkins. I hate Draymond Jones. He sucks. Witherspoon's a great corner. They have a lot of good pieces. It's just they need to get that quarterback, and I just think Geno Smith, his miracle run was over last year, and it'll continue. I think Sam Howell will fucking play. Maybe PJ Locke eventually. They're going to be a competitive team. It's not going to be easy games. They're going to lose. They're not going to lose by double digits every game. It's going to be probably tight games, and towards the end, it's just the way it is, man. So that's my predictions for the NFC West. So let's move on. All right, NFC East. These are my predictions right here. I got the Eagles at number 1. I got the Cowboys at number 2. I got the Commanders, Redskins, whatever you want to call them, number 3. And I got the New York Football Giants, number 4. Let's go over the rosters and moves, whatever. Jalen Hurts, if he gets hurt, it's gonna be a really, they have the roster. But if Kenny Pickett does good under this team, Jalen Hurts is a system quarterback. Kenny Pickett and Tanner McKay are their second string fucking quarterbacks. They're terrible. And then Obviously, they signed Saquon Barkley. They drafted my boy Will Shipley. Uh, they brought back A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, obviously, with signings. Jalan Dotson was a good pickup, man. Insider trading right there with Washington. Jurgens is replacing Kelsey. Landon Dickinson in the guard position, obviously. Dallas Goedert's still okay tight end. They could get better there. D-line, Jordan Davis has to take a step up. Same with Carter, Huff. The Georgia boys, obviously the white Cooper DeJean and Quinton Mitchell, good pickups there in the draft. They just nailed their offseason, and I think they'll win the division. Playoffs, we'll see where they go, but yeah, I think they'll win the fucking division, man. Next up is the Cowboys. I hate their running back room. I really do. Royce Freeman, Bronco legend. Rico Dowling, and we'll see how he does. I think probably he has the most potential because the other two guys, Zeke is washed. I don't know that much about Rico. Hopefully he can ball out, but I don't know that much about him. Dak Prescott's on he's on a contract year. Brought back C.D. Lamb. Brandon Cooks was a good pickup there. I like Turpin. He's a good returner. Defense, I think, will be all right. They'll go 10-7 and be like the same as always. Another fucking exit. Till Jerry Jones sells the team, it's the way it is. I'm sorry. I don't see that much in this fucking team. I like Parsons. I like Smith. It was a good pickup there. I like Bland, even though Pat Surtain better. I like Diggs, even though Pat Surtain better. So, yeah. It's going to be a good team. Cowboys have a good roster. Dak's a good quarterback. Let's be real. It's just, is he a playoff winning quarterback? No, but, he's a good quarterback. All right. Dan Quinn's new bunch of commanders. They hired Dan Quinn. Their roster, they have 4 quarterbacks. Sam Hartman, Jeff Driscoll, Bronco legend. Marcus Mariota, Raider legend. And then Jaden Daniels is named the starter. Running backs, Brian Robinson Jr., who got shot. Oh, my God. He's back. Austin Eckler, he's the second. Austin Eckler was a good pickup. He's a poor man's version of Christian McCaffrey. Luke McCaffrey. I wish he was a Bronco. That would have been cool. Jamison Crowder, good depth move. McLaurin's a great player, man. I like McLaurin. Zach Ertz was a good pickup there. And defense, Bobby Wagner obviously followed Dan Quinn. Dante Fowler, Killian Farrell, he earned the job. Payne is a really good player. Jonathan Allen, they have a good D-line, But, I think they'll still be in third because of the rookie quarterback Daniels, and he's playing the fucking Eagles twice. I think he'll beat the Eagles one time because Washington always gives the Eagles, a fucking threat, one time a year. Now let's go with the last place team. The New York Football Giants, they have Daniel Jones as the quarterback. Let's be real. He sucks. He fucking blows, man. Singleton replaced Barkley. He's a good running back, but not the greatest. He's a good backup. He's going to be a starter. I heard Eric Gray has been doing good, so, whatever. Malik Neighbors, he's a rookie. I think he won't shine until Daniel Jones is gone and they get a real good quarterback. I like, Brian Burns is a good pickup there. They got him for basically nothing. Dexter Lawrence. Thibodeau has to take the next step. They have a lot of guys that really have to step up this season, but I got him in last place, man. I just think the quarterback, I think Daniel Jones just fucking sucks, man. And he's gonna get Dable fired. He's gonna get Shane fired. Even though he was drafted by Gettleman, they kept him around, and he's gonna get him fired. So this is my picks for the East. Let's move on to the North. Alright, so this is my NFC North predictions. I got the Lions going 12-5. Their team is one of the best offenses. Jameson Williams is going to be fully healthy. Amari St. Brown, one of the best receivers in the league. Montgomery and Gibbs, good combo there. They still have Jared Goff, who's really turned his fucking career around. Aiden Hutchinson's one of the best defensive ends in the league. I love Alec Alzoni, Jack Campbell. They drafted, no relation. Great team. Dan Campbell, yes, he can be stupid sometimes when he's really aggressive. He's kind of over aggressive there. But this team has grit. They play the football the right fucking way, and they're gonna win the division. Not easily, though, because there's another team, familiar foe. This fucking team can't die. The Green Bay Packers, who signed Josh Jacobs, brought back A.J. Dillon. Yeah, they lost Aaron Jones to a rival, but I like Josh Jacobs. I like him. Actually, I don't like him. I fucking hate him when he was on the Raiders, but I'm happy he's gone. Christian Watson has to stay healthy. Romeo Doubs. They have a good group of young receivers. D-line. Kenny Clark's good. Rashad Gary. Quinn Walker. They have a good D-line there. Alexander's one of the best corners. And Xavier McKinney, that was a good pickup there. And, yeah. I think they'll win a lot of games. They're going to make the fucking playoffs. This team's going to make the playoffs. Last year, again, they were guess what? They lost to the Broncos, then they had a big run after. So, come on. And then we got the runner-up of the Rookie of the Year runner-up right here to Bo Nix. I'm joking. Caleb Williams. They drafted Caleb Williams, obviously. Fucking great move by the Bears. Tyson Badgett, the backup, Rippin, and they have 4 quarterbacks in the roster. Holy shit. And then you got a good duo of Swift and Herbert. This is a sign that Justin Herbert's going to fuck Taylor Swift, and Travis Kelce's going to be the worst tight end in the league. DJ Moore is one of the best receivers. Keenan Allen was a good pickup there, a good veteran. Roma Dunze, good draft pick. Cole Kmet, he killed the Broncos when he played, but he's one of the good tight ends. Mark Sweat. People thought they were going to get Matthew Judon. They were wrong. They brought back Johnson, which people thought they were going to get traded. They were wrong. Tremaine Edwards and TJ Edwards. They got Edmonds and Edwards linebacker duo. This could be a good team. They could sneak into the wild card potentially. I got them going 8-9. I think they'll be one game better than last year. Again, originally got them 7-10, but same amount of games as last year. I think they'll win one more. They'll be a competitive ball club. I think they'll finally beat Green Bay eventually at home, because I think Caleb Williams is going to be a really good rookie again, but he'll struggle in some big games. But I think Caleb Williams, he's a star. You can make fun of him all he wants. Probably will after losses, but he's going to be a really great fucking quarterback for the Bears. Moving on to non-good quarterbacks. Unfortunately, J.J. McCarthy got hurt for this team. Their offense is loaded, man. Aaron Jones, everyone and their mother got hurt this team, man. Justin Jefferson, he got paid, but he got no fucking quarterback. Sam Darnold, expect a couple quarterbacks to be rotated. They brought Matt Corral. Remember him? Yeah. T.J. Hawkinson's a great tight end. Jalen Naylor was... Oh, yeah, they drafted a receiver again, man. Just stacking up the receiving core. D-line, good. They got Jonathan Grenard, which replaced Danielle Hunter, who went to the Texans. Forgot to say that. Danielle Hunter. They brought in Stephon Gilmore. Harrison Smith always going to be there for, forever. Byron Murphy Jr. They have a... I won't be shocked. Minnesota's, that team that always sneaks into the playoffs and wins fucking 10 games. But, Kirk Cousins is gone, man. I think Kirk Cousins really fucking helped that team out for a while. Yeah, they had talent, but they had a really good quarterback. So, I think they'll be, they'll wait for JJ next year, lose this year, and then get another piece, maybe to add to the defense, and then next year they'll be competing. So, yeah, this is my prediction for the North. All right, our last division in the NFC and the NFL is the NFC South, and I don't think it'll be a battle for two teams, and the other two teams will be fighting for scraps. This is Kirk Cousins' team. Let's not get this twisted. Kirk Cousins, Michael Penix, Taylor Heineke. So they got two former Redskins fucking quarterbacks on the roster. That's funny. And then running back Algier and Robinson. They gotta give Robinson the rock, man, for fantasy reasons. Drake London's a beast. They got Darnell Mooney. He's gonna be a good number 2. Ray McLeod. Kyle Pitts has to break out eventually. O-line's really good. Grady Jarrett, Matthew Judon was a great pickup. Justin Simmons and Jesse Bates, good safety duo. Even though fuck Justin Simmons, A. Terrell, one of the best corners. Mike Hughes. They have a great team, but I think people are overhyping them to win 12 games. I don't think they will. I'm going 10-7 and winning the division. I think they'll win the division by a couple of games. I think it'll be a close race with Tampa, and then towards the end they'll win it because I think the roster's way better. I know they got Raheem Morris. They got rid of fucking... What's his name? Whatever. They got rid of him. He's in Pittsburgh now, where he belongs. Um, yeah. Moving on. Moving fucking on to the Bucks, which I think they'll lose one more game than last year. Ooh. Um, they went. Dave Canellis is gone. Their OC is gone. He'll get exposed. Todd Bowles will get exposed as the fraud he is. And they'll fire him not because of Baker, because of him, his ineptitude. Baker got a big bag. Kyle Trask is their backup. John Wolfer, and then Rashid White, good player. Bucky Irving, they drafted him at Oregon. And then the receiving core is great. McMillan, they got him from Washington, right? Yeah, Jalen McMillan. Chris Godwin and Mike Evans signed a long-term contract. It's great. Chad Auten, good tight end. Good O-line still. Defense. Shaquille Barrett unfortunately retired because of his daughter and all that. Dean, Whitehead, Winfrey. Still have a good defense on paper. But again, I just think Dave Canellis really helps Baker Mayfield, and he helped that Buccaneers offense. And losing him is going to cost them some games when they need fucking points, and I think he's a great coach. Unfortunately, he's on a fucking bad team. Let's move on to the Panthers. I think they'll win like 2 more games than last year. I think they went 2-15 last year. Yeah, they'll be a bad team still. Bryce Young, I think he'll play better, but I won't be shocked if he gets hurt because of his small stature. Andy Dalton will play a game or two. Running backs, Chuba Hubbard, again, Miles Sanders, Jordan Brooks. Like, they have to use the running backs. Johnson was a good pickup there. They needed receivers, man. And then Xavier Leggett was their draft pick, the guy who can't really understand them. They still have they got J.C. Horn, Donnie Jackson, Clowney, Josie Jewell, again, because of Evero. Yeah. Yeah, this team's not looking that good, man. It's not looking that good. The roster's not that good, but it's not as bad as this team, because I think fucking Dennis Allen's going to kill this team right here, which is the New Orleans Saints. Yeah, they have a better roster. I like Johnson. I like Kamara, even though he's getting old. Chris Olave is going to be a good receiver. I think fucking Spencer Rattler's going to be playing mid-season. This team's going to be bad. New Orleans Saints are not going to be that good. Cameron Jordan, poor guy. Hopefully he gets traded at the deadline. Willie Gay, hopefully he gets traded at the deadline. Matthew, hopefully he gets traded at the deadline. Marshawn Lattimore, he's questionable. This is not a good coach. Not a good coach. Chase Young's on their team, really? He went to the Saints? Well, Dennis Allen is an idiot. Not a good coach. Can't fucking have a game plan to save his life. And I think the Saints need to be the last place to save their team. They need a quarterback stat. And that's really it. Those are my predictions there for the South. Let's move on to the playoffs. Alright, so this is my wild card predictions. Let's also go over the draft order of my predictions. Not really predictions, it's just fucking I went over every team schedule and I'm not gonna go over every team schedule, so yeah. Alright, so let's go over the picks right. I think the Saints finish with the first overall pick, then the Patriots, Panthers, Giants, Commanders, Seahawks, Vikings, Chargers somehow have a better pick than us, even though they finished ahead of us. Broncos, Raiders. Let's go AFC West 3 in a row. Let's go. Let's all pick guys to beat Mahomes. Titans, Bucks, Bears have the 13th pick. Dolphins, Steelers, Colts, Jags, Rams, Bengals, and Bills. Well, the Bengals and Bills made the playoffs, so we'll see what happens here. All right. Let's go over the predictions here. All right, Bengals and Browns Battle of Ohio. The Browns swept them in the regular season. That's my pick, but I think the Bengals win. High power offense. This is Deshaun Watson's first playoff game since 2020 when they choked the fucking lead against the Mahomes and started the fucking dynasty. I hate that shit. I think they lose. I think Deshaun Watson had a great season, but he falls short. Maybe he can win a Super Bowl eventually, but yeah. Next game, I got the Bills winning at home against the Ravens. Man, I booked bangers. This is my booking, man. I should be booking the NFL. Oh, yeah. Probably CBS game right here. But, yeah, I think Josh Allen does good at home. I think, the Bills can stop the run. and I think they win in a tight game there. Next game is the Jets and the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs winning this game at home against the old Aaron Rodgers. This is a young team. Besides Aaron Rodgers, it's going to be a young team. I think it's going to be probably cold in Kansas City. I think they win this game. Not easily, but, because the Jets defense, they played really competitive against the Chiefs last year. And this time they actually have a quarterback. So, yeah. No shots at Dak Wilson. He is a legend there. But next up, in the NFC, you got the Packers and Falcons. Give me the Packers winning on the road, beating the Falcons. Kirk Cousins not good in the playoffs. That's the one thing you can say about him. His one playoff win, really. So, yeah. And the Packers showed that they can go streaky, man. They played really good last year, and I think they can have a good playoff run here. Yeah, it's the Cowboys. I'm not even gonna go over the depth, man. Dan Campbell's team's way better than that fucking sack of shit organization. Dak Prescott's gonna leave, and then the Eagles are winning this game against the Birds. The Battle of the Birds here. Jonathan Gannon against his old team. Yeah, I got the Eagles win that one. All right, moving on to the divisional round. Let's go over here. Go down. All right, divisional round. Let's see the divisional round matchups. My booking. The booking is great, man. I'm the best booker. All right, Chiefs and Bills, Texans and Bengals, Eagles and Lions, and Niners and Packers. A few familiar matchups here. All right, let's go over it. I can't trust the Bills with anything. I can't trust the Bills with anything against the Chiefs. They can beat them in the regular season all they fucking want. I can't trust them. I can't trust them, man. Till they do it, or if the Chiefs are bucking injured to hell, I can't trust them. I think the Chiefs win at home, probably by 10 points, man. All right, next game, Bengals and Texans. Give me the Texans to win at home, and the Texans moving on to their first ever AFC Championship game. Their young franchise. This is going to be their first ever AFC Championship game ever. I think they'll move on. I like C.J. Stroud. The roster's great. Joe Mixon revenge game. And then they question Burrow, and question Zach Taylor as well. Eagles and the Lions and the Niners and Packers. Give me the Lions to win at home. I think the Eagles have another disappointment run. They fire Sirianni and hire Bill Belichick. Enough said. I'm joking about that, but maybe. Next up, we got. I like Fangio with that team, but whatever. Next up, we got Niners and Packers. Give me the Niners winning. Unfortunately, the Packers, that's their kryptonite, is the Niners in the playoffs, man. I think 2 years in a row they lose to the Niners. I think eventually they'll beat them because the Niners can't be this good forever, man. They're gonna just fucking fall apart with the roster eventually. And again, with the Ayuk situation, you don't know if Ayuk's gonna be on that team. He probably will, and then he'll get traded in the offseason next year. So it usually happens, man. All right, and then we're going to the conference finals on the conference championship games here. All right, oh my God, I'm clicking on it. There. All right, Texans, Chiefs. I got the Texans winning. They're at home. Energy Stadium. I think the roster is good enough to beat the Chiefs. This is a dome environment. This is a second road game the Chiefs are playing in. This time it's the conference finals. I think, or conference championship, whatever. I think they lose this game. They lose their first ever road game in in Houston. And the Texans move on to win their first ever AFC championship game. And then next up is the Lions and the Niners. I think the Niners win and beat basically the same fucking playoff path as last year, beating the NFC North. I think they beat the Lions again. I think Dan Campbell gets aggressive and fucks up again. And, second straight NFC Championship game, do they question the roster, whatever. And then the Lions go out and make a big move. I don't know for what, but whatever. All right, and then for the Super Bowl, we got the Niners and the Texans. Oh my God, not divisional round again. We got the Niners and Texans. Drum roll, please. The Texans fucking win. Niners are chokers. Niners are chokers again. The Niners choke again. Wow, what a shocker. Fourth loss in the 2000s, 2013, 2020, 2023, 2024. Four Super Bowl losses in my lifetime. The Niners just can't do it. They become the Bills of our generation. All right, not as bad. You can't. They're not losing four in a row, and they do have Super Bowls in their lifetime. But with the talent they had over the years, the Niners just lose again. Kyle Shanahan just can't get the stigma going. If they win the Super Bowl this year, everything changes with Kyle Shanahan. Everything changes really. But will be his fourth Super Bowl that he lost. You know, on a staff. All right, he was on the Falcons 28-3. He choked against the Chiefs twice, and he'll lose again against C.J. Stroud and the Texans. They'll win their first ever Super Bowl. I'm probably jinxing them, probably jinxing the Texans, and watch the fucking Niners win the Super Bowl. We'll see. Hopefully it's not the Chiefs. Anyone but the Chiefs, or I know the Raiders ain't gonna win, or the Chargers. Anyone but the Chiefs at this point, for me. And that's it. That's my prediction for the season. I think the Saints finish with the first overall pick, and I think the Super Bowl winner is the Houston Texans. That's all I gotta say, guys. Peace. And I want to know your predictions down below. If you disagree with mine, I want all the comments, everything. Give me the smoke. I want the smoke. That's it. I'm the best booker in the world. That's it. Peace.